Stillwater. Break room? What's that? Oh, you can play music. Is it? I don't hear anything. Did I mute it? Hold on. No? I don't hear anything. Huh. I hear sounds. There's sound effects, but I don't hear music. Okay, let me adjust this a bit. There you go. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, also let me resume the timer. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. If we can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening, one after another. Every day, there's this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but hold on, let me see if maybe I messed with this before and I... Okay. Well, I can hear music now. I check every faucet, every ceiling, everything, and still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Have a good night. Have a good night, dwarf. Please, listen to me. Oh, but the water. That damn water. Water? Yes, it's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's just no end to it. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear someone or something walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it! That thing! Huh? I only glimpsed it at it once, but I'm more than certain. That thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray it would walk past my room. Don't know what's going on, but I swear it just keeps walking, always walking on pools of water. Sometimes, I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint. I can still hear them. Just a steady pace up and down the hills. The halls. Oh my god, the hills? Yeah, going to sleep after this one. But I think recently, it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning, I follow to see where the wet footprints lead. It walks towards something more clearly than before. He would walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it. I'd follow. Eventually, the trail would come to a stop. It would all stop right by your grandfather's room. His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina. I meant what I said when there's something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now, and I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay you right away as soon as Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... The woman on the phone cautiously looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth to find if any other others listening in. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave that place. Leave? I can't just leave everything behind. I have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. The rumors, they're true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed. Also, whoops, I forgot to do something. Whoops. There we go. Okay. But Nina, at this rate, you and your family will... Enough! A pause. Cold and sharp tenseness strains the call as both women, exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustrations towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. To what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So, if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find a way. Nina, my grandfather is all I have left. He's all I have left. Oh, there's a creature. Diner, 7 a.m. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. Is it just me, or am I getting, like, Twin Peaks vibes from this scenery? And today, it was just black coffee. Like, it feels like every Twin Peaks inspired thing starts off in a place like this. Ugh. I swear, never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. Frickin' mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. Hugo Laurent, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and jugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There's something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. It's almost like people will die if they get hung up into the fog and then get hung up on fucking telephone poles. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces. Proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Oh, got some coffee stains on this one. Some of them are from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixing case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there's a reason for all of this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things coming with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough if I'm... Wait, what? Sounds rough. Mind if I join, Kuya? Oh, they give little, like, pronunciation guides. I'm gonna need that! An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. Just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little. Just Yowie. There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of us. Was this a date? 2? As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Oh, makang sarap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no! Makang masarap. Right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? I even got a pronunciation guide and I still can't do it. Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will. And I'm not about to let you faint again. So, open wide. Noah de Leon, age 27, a natural-born charmer, is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens him to eat every day. You know what? We all need a person that threatens you to eat every day. So basically, he's his wife. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good. Right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him. Got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? Didn't hear anything about it. You will go eat. This is a promise. If you don't eat, you're getting stabbed, Hugo. This is a threat. Yesterday, I think? Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You sound like a stalker. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day. And pass up the opportunity to get to know you better, Kuya? Quit it! Oh, he's gay. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping beside. Doggy? Doggy! Puppy! The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Oh, he's so cute! He's so old and wise. Aw, I'm sorry, big boy. Oh, his collar is falling off of him. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb its occupant. Colby. The sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. Aww. one and only partner, his human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Aww. He's so lazy. Who's a lazy ass? You are. You're so cute. Noah, who's witnessing all this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He's amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Agency, 7:50 a.m. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit, it could have been better. Oh, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Oh, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it. That's what they all say. I'll clean my room, eventually. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly, peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic, and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times, but stops before she could reach it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. So much to the point it was preventing her just from simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. Oh, cute! I'm so sorry. I know that the closed sign is up, but I saw you come in and Oh god, please don't do that at any place. If you see that it's closed and you come into their place, the workers are gonna hate your ass. Some people tried doing that at my ice cream job. No, we are not serving ice cream. We are cleaning up. We are getting ready for our day, and you are ahead of our schedule. We cannot prepare things for you, lady. Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes, in an all too practiced manner. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit right over there? Sounds like that one guy on To Catch a Predator. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and at the gestured seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks towards the center of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is wary and tense, giving no sign of comfort for even this brief moment of peace. Can you start off by telling us your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. My name is Nina Mortimer. Oh, that was the lady that was on the phone. Hello, Miss Nina. My name is Noah de Leon. I'm one of the assistants here. This big guy next to you is our other lovely assistant, Colby. And the one brooding over here is Private Investigator Hugo Laurent. I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. Me AF. And our chief is always away on business, but I think we can still accommodate you. So, how can we help, Miss Nina? And just for a moment, Nina appeared a bit more lax, more hopeful. maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up. The guilt and shame come rushing back to her, visible by the creases of her brow as she once again realizes why she is here. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, I know this is a strange request, but my hands are tied on this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone is trying to take him away. Huh? Take him? Miss Nina, I think you should contact the police right away. They're far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not! I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone over to watch over the manor for the entire day. But by the end of their routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. And despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that have been happening, there's nothing they can do about it but just sit around until it escalates even more. I can't wait any longer, any more than this, and it'll be too late. If only I knew who Lewis was. Lewis? She lets out a gasp. Her hand shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she had said too much so carelessly. She tries to avert her gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is Lewis? Are they the ones causing all of this? Once more, she contemplates. Her brow knits together closely as she bites her lips nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too heavy to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noe speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary. All the things you mentioned to us so far, no one should ever have to experience. Especially by themselves. And I assure you, we'll listen to all of it. I promise. Wild and manic eyes search desperately at them, deeply at them. Oh my god, I read a bit ahead. Trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. Okay, I do think... Oh, I'm getting eepy. I thought I could play through this game to end the night, but I think I am very eepy. I think I might, since I will probably, what's the word? Probably splice this one up together with the eventual revisit of this game tomorrow. I might not actually do art for the end of the night, just so it's not like in the middle of a VOD. Since I imagine people that come to look at the art time in VODs tend to like go to the end to see if there's any art. Yeah. So, I am gonna go to sleep now. But thank you so much for sticking around, Jackie, and thank you for everyone that's been here throughout all today. We've been 12 hours. And we got about another 12 more. So, I'll see you guys when I wake up. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. Oh wait, this seems to be cropped a little weirdly. Hold on. Why'd it crop like that? Did it like reset my settings or something? Weird. Okay. Well, now it's fixed. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her. To actually help her. From this alone, Nina looks to the side to see where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside one of the pockets, she takes out a single, slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the middle. Oh, by the way, I think we might do Lethal later. Probably around the same time we did Phasmo. Unless the people that want to play Lethal can't do it. Wind up being, like, busy. But that is currently the plan for our multiplayer game today. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that the letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique. I didn't download R2 Modman for Lethal, so it'll just be vanilla this time. And yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time forever, waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of the sender. Curse of Ra. But this one, it's different from the rest. This has the name Lewis on it. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hands slightly shaking. Nina's still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she's trying in earnest. But before he could reach out his hand, he senses it. A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. Ghosts? There's something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain. Like being struck with something sharp. So spontaneously, that's the word. So memorable that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something so small akin to a prick from a rose's thorn. Or more like a paper cut. Are you alright? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You should 100% keep the cat chowing down food angrily after the sub is over. Wait, what? Oh, my profile picture? It has your hater energy. No, I gotta have my own icon. I gotta have my brand. Haley Nix. Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red so clearly visible it's taunting. That cat is your brand now. But I'm not a cat. I'm a rabbit. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut to me. Let me get you a band-aid. I'm scared of like getting a paper cut because I've seen some people say like paper cuts are like one of the worst cuts you can get potentially. It's fine, Noah. I don't need one. But how does I guess it's like a wood sword, a very thin wood sword. But I'm like, how can paper cut you like that? It's so weird. Really, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that much. It's literally you, though. I imagine you doing that face when you ran to prepare to get. Oi! I probably don't. Noah takes one look at him before sighing exasperatedly and sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. That is the face I make when I'm about to bonk you over the head, Leonix, though. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letter, but this time, luckily nothing happens. For to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone is truly terrifying. Carefully, he removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first, it looks like any other normal written message. A person named Lewis is asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight. Needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Appearing at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled, unlike the rest, standing visibly out to Hugo. It has to be friction and not sharp paper? Wait, really? Huh, so sharp paper can't cut you? A message that shouldn't be there. Remember our promise, Henry. Oh, hi there, Phoenix! Hello, hello! You just get back from work? Welcome, welcome! When did you receive this letter? Yesterday. And your grandfather? Where is he right now? He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. Oh, you got some days off. Ooh, nice. I guess that's why you were drinking yesterday, because you didn't need to go to work. I promised them I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Huh? Oh, what sort of agreement? The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Oh, I thought she was the caretaker, but I guess the person we saw in the CG at the start of the game is the caretaker. I thought it was Nina that was on the screen. Okay. Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time. I got paper cuts before, but it had to go along the whole edge real quick because I remember it burning. Ooh, yeah. Before nightfall? I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point, I thought everyone was in on it. I used to get, really, panicked whenever I'd drop my paper and I'd have to, quickly, pick it up for a class because I'd get nervous that I'd paper cut myself. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. Everyone had a hand at making our family suffer. Is your family the Ushida-miyas by any chance? But this one was different. Up until now, I'd never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But they clearly know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, it's super rare and... Oh, actually not that bad? Oh, okay. I heard, some people be like, paper cuts are, the worst. The worst cuts you can get. I guess that's just propaganda. I'll lose him, too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. How is the game? It's alright. We just started it, so I don't have, a good feel for the game yet. But it seems to be about, a spirit in this lady's house that's, going after her uncle? Her unk? The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her body hunches forward, her hands pressed close to her face as she tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. Oh, doggy! As an act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. Oh, more spirits, yep. I guess I like playing games with ghosts in them. She said this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. Before nightfall, I think there's more to this she's not admitting. Whatever happened with the letter, I'm more than certain. Certain that whoever or whatever Lewis is, they're coming for blood. Oh, we can reject the case? Okay. Well, that probably gets us, a bad ending, right? Let's not take it. I remember cutting a real small part of my finger, barely an inch, but that burned and made me feel dizzy. Turns out steel in particular is pretty evil. Oh. Hugo cast his face downward to stare directly at the ground in front of him, unable to look at Nina. The burden, the solitude, the madness. Hugo knows all of it too intimately. He suffers the same conflicts that weigh heavily on her mind. Are you also getting haunted? And yet, in spite of this, it's too much for him. Like walking along a tightrope with the ground void and unclear. Vast and empty and dark. I don't know if you guys remember the, oh god, what was the game called? It was the game with the thief that steals lunch. That steals the main character's lunch that you wind up going on a date with. This is by the same people. So very, very dark. No, I can still do it. All busy doing things and stuffs, but wanted to say hi. Yeah, it's nice seeing you, Phoenix. We can still do this. Before I could respond, a distant voice so charmingly, so terribly commanding, binds him at the spot. Oh, I remember that game. I think it was good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It was really funny. This seems to be very different tonally, but I'm very curious about it. Yeah, it's a very big tone shift from their last game, but not that I'm complaining. Yeah, that game was pretty cool. It's already too late for them, you know. No, not here. A dull but yet distinctive pulsating sound, so rhythmic in its tune, starts its maddening melody. From the top of his crown down to the base of his skull, he feels it, all present and daunting. Just let go. Let me help you. No, I can do it. If you would just let me. Snake-like hands wrap around his head so closely, squeezing ever so tightly, that he can't help but try to shut his eyes from the pain. Such a kind person you are, Hugo. Hugo tries to ground himself. He tries to remind himself to breathe. A sweet and beloved friend. To remember there are other people that care about him. The joy and warmth of their company. I wish you could have done the same for me. Oh. To remember that he's here in prison, that he is useless. Hugo? Hey, what's wrong? Tugging at Hugo's coat, Noah tries to catch his attention, but fails as he noticed something amiss. Hugo? There's a despondent look on Hugo's face, his eyes distinctively shrouded by a deep haze as if lost in them. He won't budge. No matter how many times Noah tried to tug or shake him, he still will not respond. But for Hugo, he can hear everything. Like a paralysis he can't wake from, his body sits there, motionless and detached from everything. Desperate and concerned, Noah turns to Nina and ushers in a sincere apology. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't think we can help you at the moment. If you would just come back a bit later, then we can... No, it's fine. There won't be a next time. Hugo winces at her cold and blunt remark. No, wait, Miss Mortimer, please. Nina stands up abruptly from her seat. She wipes away the tears quickly down from her reddened face with the sleeves of her coat and looks down. Once more, her tense and cold front-like demeanor returns to the forefront, already trying to forget and move on. Without so much as a word, she slightly bows her head towards them and walks out of the office. Not once, looking back. Yahoo! I had a feeling that was a bad ending. Alright, let's take the case. Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, everything goes still. Their eyes and attention are solely directed at Hugo, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to them. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you! Thank you! You don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help, Miss... Nina. Please just call me Nina. Well, Nina. We'll do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah in gratitude. Her eyes renew with a faint gleam. I hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches for her bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I'd best be on my way now. I'll let Grandfather know ahead of time you'll be coming. Oh, it was her grandfather, not her uncle. Also, this is my address. Is that supposed to be a 4 or a 9? It looks like someone that, like, didn't write the right number and had to, like, correct it. I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. And thank you again, truly. I guess she was in a hurry. She politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching for her purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk as he goes to open the driver's seat. Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before finally pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. Car, 5:30 p.m. From the ongoing outpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rearview mirror to see any passing cars. Yeah, this game gives me very much Twin Peaks vibes. I'm not sure if it's Twin Peaks inspired or not, but I feel it. But it was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats her ear off by now, his ears off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out to the passing streetlights, reserved and distant. He hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office. Ears off? Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? Wait, what did it say? Okay, if you insist, hold on. No! Oh, it was ears off. Damn it. Oh, hello, Jackie. Welcome. What a surprise. You've been looking at me, Kuya? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, that's all. So, do you miss me talking? Just say it. Did you believe her story? What? Given all the things she told us, do you think she's telling the truth? Yes, I believe her. Or at least, I believe she hasn't lied to us. But you know, I can't shake this feeling that she's hiding something. Like, if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why did she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. As expected of you, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. I'm just admiring your observations. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last name caught me off guard. Huh? Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family that owned an esteemed fishing company. Mortimer Mouse? Is she part mouse? Well, they used to, I believe. Oh! Caddy Chimera! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god. Excuse me. I just woke up, so my throat is a bit scratchy today. Hello, Chimera raid! Thank you so much! What were you playing? Hi everyone coming in. My name is Elio Lappy. I'm a bunny boy from outer space. I like playing JRPGs, RPG Maker horror games, and visual novels. Today we're playing Stillwater, which is a pretty short VN that is about these detectives that are looking into a ghost haunting this one lady's grandpa's house. And they're heading over right now to investigate. Oh, you're playing Truck Simulator. Looks super interesting. Yeah, I played this dev's game, one of this dev's games before, which is like really interesting because this one is like a huge tonal shift from the previous one. So I'm super curious how this one turns out because the last one I played by them was like a comedy game. This one seems a bit more serious. But yeah, I hope you had fun driving your truck. Did you get pulled over? I have yet to name an air. Ooh, I want to check it out. Beep, beep. What do you mean? Shouldn't it naturally go to Nina? Yeah, so Nina is the lady that hired them to look into her grandpa's house.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Is it Tiki or TKE? Let me know if I said your name wrong, but thank you for the follow. Blonde Columbo. I got so many traffic fines. I'm a lurk for now, but see ya. Yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your lurk, and thank you so much again for the raid. It should, but I don't know. From what I heard, it's time to try to name a successor. That relative mysteriously disappeared, so it is the Ishida Miya's. Gone without a trace, or so anyone thought. The bodies would soon turn up months after. Oh, TK is good? Okay, cool. You know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss for the family. I've been struck with so many tragedies that, over time, people began to believe they were cursed or something. Cursed. I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. They most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedures just to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. And most of all, who knows what we'll find there. Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I also want to look at your butt while you go ahead of me. I'm more worried about you, though. Me? Why? Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. Wait, you think he's gonna get drunk? When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, 2 is better than 1. Bro, what? How often do you rest? I kind of slept in a lot. I stopped streaming at 1 a.m. and then I went to sleep for like 12 hours. This is honestly better than the last couple nights have been. Last couple nights I was only getting in 4, so it was kind of good to get in a 12-hour sleep. But yeah, hello, Biwan Kinos. Welcome, welcome. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. And you're being a third wheel. Well, have you heard that 3 is better than 2? Who needs sleep when you can just have caffeine? True. Ugh. Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, and classic. Can't relate. I'm a corpo. No such thing as free time. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, with all its opulence, it looms from a distance. Yuko and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Oh, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavily in Hugo's chest. Does he just, like, keep getting possessed by, like, a ghost or something? I don't know if you'd make a good paranormal investigator if you keep getting possessed by the ghost you're trying to catch. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazes as he leans close to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs escaping too quickly burns as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. But this pain pales in comparison to a feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No. Something far more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. It's Erika Furudo! We'll be together soon, Henry. What the hell? Damn it, already? I need to hurry, or else... Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Colby! Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Oh, he's a good boy. He's so cute. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so clear to my ear. Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. I'd be happy to make you tea at the very least. If it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. Once again, the subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? You sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already there. We can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should... Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. She stands by the door silently, contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier became more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective. Huh? Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourselves what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Huh? Hugo's about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. I'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Oh, this is the same hallway that the caretaker did a phone call in at the start of the game. Greeted with the brightly lit hallway, Hugo notices immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishings, the house itself exudes the word elegance. A classic and rustic charm with the walls and floorings made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape when he walked in. However, he notices something even more distinct than the splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air reads throughout the house. I don't know if you guys can see my my cursor when I do this. I can't look at the, well, hold on. I can probably do it from here. Okay, yeah. You guys can't see my cursor. Earlier in the game, it showed this cutscene, and right here in front of this guy was a little ghosty. Leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please, come this way. Bracing themselves, they enter the dimly lit drawing room. Is that guy just looking out the window? At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the sparse lighting from the window pierces the refraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approach closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason of all of Nina's unseemly vagueness. Wait, is that guy a ghost? Grandfather, we have guests. Oh, that does not look like an old man. What? Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Noah. He's dressed modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. His, eye whites are green. It's as if the flow of time had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued changing drastically without. Is he, getting possessed by, his grandpa or something? Is this, Nina's, family, older brother or something getting possessed? Just like the letter, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place. Staring only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. Still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah cannot help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet, here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. Oh! Maybe he has a growth hormone deficiency. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some tea. Would you also like some, Grandpa? He does not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. Only fixates his gaze on the rain, nothing else. I'll be sure to make a cup for you, too. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the two follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There's an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Oh yeah, you both have green eyes. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows that it will never end well. Nina, that man. Yes, he's my grandfather. The one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but... Nina draws something out from her pocket. Don't worry, I have a growth hormone deficiency. I know how it is. It's an old picture of a handsome man with slicked back hair wearing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of wealth and power. None of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people. And this isn't much to go by, but believe me, they're the same person. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. Have you tried destroying that portrait? Yeah, maybe that's where the ghost is coming out from. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face! I recognized his face! He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at that moment, and yet I knew he looked familiar to me. Oh, so it's not Dorian Gray. I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. So so it's the same guy, but he was older a week ago and now he looks a lot younger? Is that it? And that was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already opened. What if it's like a servant that's just getting possessed by the spirit? That sounds a bit more realistic than old man suddenly turns into what he looked like 80 years ago. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters, Lewis, and now this. Is the water still? And also, they also got a face surgery? Oh, maybe it's someone that just got a face surgery to look like the guy. I've been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things can get better if I try finding solutions on my own. But that's not enough anymore. Maybe my family is really cursed. No, they're not. Curses aren't real. Also, magic isn't real either. Ooh. Detective? I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In truth, the ones who fixate on it make it their reality. Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But, like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Lewis. Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency, do you have it with you? Yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I've searched everything on that letter and I still couldn't come up with clues. I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will. Oh, maybe to see if you notice anything's written in the same way? I'm afraid I can't discuss too much of the process. Trade secret and all. Of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigations, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in, close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is. So, whatever happens, keep her safe. Hugo, you... Fine, but remember, yell for me, okay? I know. Thank you, Noah. I'm counting on you. You too, boy. With a final nod at them, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. Noah stares for a moment longer at Hugo's back before he disappears into the first floor. He then turns to look at Colby. Well, it's time we get back to work. Right, Colby? Oh, are there different things I can do? Oh, the objective is to look around the area for objects to proceed the story. Use the arrows or the arrow keys to move to a different area. Outlines will appear on a clickable object. On the top right is the hint button. Oh, okay. And let me save. Dog! Woof woof! I don't see anything. Oh, okay, here we go. Mr. Mortimer still sits motionless by the corner of his room, his gaze never leaving the rain. The fact that they're covering all the paintings too makes me think of Dorian Gray too. Yeah, why are they covering every painting? Well, this one's not covered, but I guess that's because it's not someone's face, maybe? A delicate arrangement of violets and white roses. They seem to be fresh and fairly new. A large bookshelf stands close to the entranceway. It contains a couple of photo albums and a few phone books. Wait, how do I go upstairs? Oh! An old rotary dial telephone. Looks like it's still in good use, yeah. Is that everything? Yeah, Frames decorating the walls are covered in white sheets, veiled with a thin lining of dust on top of each one. Wow, there are so many paintings covering the walls. Are there more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned many back in the day. But sadly, he doesn't do that anymore. Nina, I can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. Oh, you think he's gonna freak out if he sees his own portrait? For his sake? Yes, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. There were times when he would mutter to himself and would just stare at the paintings for days on end. Yeah, I do that too with my commissions. People do good work on their art. It worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then, he hasn't stared at any of them. He just sits quietly, looking outside. I see. About the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all had water in them. I know this isn't a coincidence since you've told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell us. So, this guy seems to be obsessed with water, since he has a bunch of paintings with water, and now that those are covered up, he's looking at the rain? Noah, can I ask you a question first? Sure, go ahead. Do you believe in mermaids? Oh shit, is this gonna become like, oh god, mermaid swamp? Mermaids? I don't suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze to the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hands together. She then briefly sighs and continues. Well, there's this story, or rather, more like a fairy tale, that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes. Well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night, he would go out by the shore to gaze at her beauty, but one day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken. Determined, he would sail many seas for a chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond and back, he would go. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. Oh, is that the grandfather, then? However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travels, he never found the mermaid again. She would only be a dream, nothing more. And that's the end of the story. It didn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. It's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. If it were me, I would wish the fisherman and the mermaid could see each other again. Or at least, that's what I think. Even if they weren't meant to be with each other? Even if you need to do like a entire family murdering, like, a ritual where you stab them with some stakes, is that still worth it? Yeah, I think so, at least. I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone. A journey all by yourself. Mortimer Estate, 11:30 p.m. Dang, didn't they start at like 5? After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here. This is it. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and switches it on. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From the customized window drapes to the vintage furnishings, everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, like gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering, despite its preserved nature. Wait, let's save. A classic wooden chest lies at the foot of the canopy bed. Its lock still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is inside. Anything else? No? Atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, hangs a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating in water. Oh, I know that painting. God. What is that painting called? It's based off of, Macbeth, I think. It wasn't Ophelia, was it? Was that her name? I feel like I played, like, another game that also had Ophelia. Was that also Mermaid Swamp? An old photo of a lost time, a sweet summertime memory of a little girl with her beloved grandfather. Scattered pieces of paper, all forgotten, lie waiting on the cold floor. Heavily etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers. Oh no, I think it was actually a Yuri VM that was about Ophelia that I'm thinking of. A leather-bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are torn out so haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out. A pristine pearl-white tea set sits patiently by, untouched and unused for quite some time. Anything else on this side? Doesn't look like. Oh, whoops! Oh god, what did I do? Okay, I just tapped out. Okay. I thought for a second I accidentally banned Leon Hicks. A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from non-fiction to geography, are on display. However, hidden away behind the vast collection are some children's fairy tales, all carefully kept. I need to hurry. Don't want to stay here for too long. Mortimer State, 11:50 p.m. He searches and searches, and still there's no sign of Lewis. To Hugo, even if there is a fragment, a singular thread to that person, to their real selves, he could find them. But there's nothing. Not one thing pertaining to him. It's as if the thought of Lewis barely exists at all. What is going on? I clearly sense that presence from before, but it's gone again. Damn it. Wish I had more time. No, calm down. It has to be here. I just need to focus. He ponders again, retracing every step and every little detail, hoping that he overlooked something. Yet, all he knows is that one tangible thing that connects him, that tethers so closely to the space, and most of all to Henry, is the letter. Words of promise, of love, all delicately etched onto a page, but tainted with a powerful and dark emotion that's been festering for too long. Tainted. From the very start of all of this, Yuko believed that whoever Lewis was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, to bring them peace and to move on. However, that isn't the case anymore. The unnatural force that binds everyone so closely together in this family is not the cause of an angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within. Bearing no foreboding thread at the bottom of the page, it looks like just a regular letter, or rather, what it once was. A sad and tragic love. If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? Oh, is this like the mermaid they were talking about? I guess she's not actually a mermaid. I'm sorry, Henry. for everything. It hurts to see you so torn up like this. I would never hurt you or drag you along with me. If this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you one last favor? Could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy to know it's safe with you. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. Oh, is it a yandere then? With love always, Lewis. So, this was the true letter? A small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingers, quiet and soothing. The fragment Hugo was searching for. Lewis, I'm sorry. You are also a victim in all of this too. Please, if you can hear me, I need your help. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom. I take that as a yes? As if something unlocked itself. Hugo turns his head towards the sound and sees the chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well. Left to rot on its own. Suddenly, he stops at the sound of a voice. A sweet voice whispering to him. Beckoning him towards the fireplace. I am not gonna throw myself into the fire. Come here, my dear sweet boy. Hold on. This will probably get me a bad ending, so... Oh wait. Oh no. The painting is near the fireplace. Oh yeah, that's the Ophelia painting. There, mounted by the fireplace, is a painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Her pale skin is incandescent, brilliantly prominent against the contrast to the dark, murky waters that keep her hidden. Keep her bound to the canvas. Hugo stares intensely at the picture. An emphatic sorrow swells within him, disarming his very senses and forcing him to inch closer, surrendering himself to the sweet song. Poor thing, how lonely you must feel. You're a lot like him, like Henry. As Hugo approaches closer and closer to the painting, his mind screaming him to run, he sees it. He can finally see beyond the facade the lady portrays, for what the painting truly is. But don't worry. I can take away that sadness. Can you fix me? Can you really fix me? A deformed creature, a mermaid, floats above the surface, and the voice whispers. Large, hollow eyes stare back, boring deeply into his eyes. Her skin is melting, bleeding heavily, this black ichor, as it gushes out from the canvas. Some of it starts to hit not only the floor, but at Hugo as well. The black viscous tar clings persistently onto him, and relentless as they continue to pile up. And then he feels it. What drew him initially to this thing. A deep sense of longing rushes through him, snuffing out what little control he had left. Finally embracing this nature. To come home. Take my hand. Without hesitation, Hugo reaches out his hand while his body leans in closer to the mermaid. She grabs and pulls him in. Not once looking back, he dives and follows after her. What is this, Mario 64? Returning to nothing. Yippee! Another bad ending! Let's go! No, stay focused, Hugo. I won't let it get to me. Preparing himself, he heads towards the chest and opens it. Inside, scrambled together, are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. An unidentified young man was found on the morning of 3 days prior to his death, according to police. Ruled as a suicide, Police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself, just like Ophelia. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. Beep comments. It makes it sound like, I think, yeah, Lewis and Henry were like a gay couple, but like, the rich guy, what was his name, Henry? His family didn't approve of them because they're like, oh, you gotta continue on the family legacy, you can't be gay. And then the other guy that he had to break up with wound up killing himself. That's my theory. No claim of his body has been made yet. Lewis. By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brilliantly. How does this explain the other guy getting like super young though? I still don't know how that worked. This must be the locket that he was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. And this picture. Did he put this here? No, it must have been Henry. But why would he store it away like this? What should I do? I have no idea what one actually will get me a good ending or not. Leave the locket? I think it's best to put it back for now. Hugo hears a distant and faint cry call out to him, pleading him to take the locket with him. Lewis? Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. What? Water? A pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Suddenly the light shut off. Yeah, I had a feeling not taking it would get a bad ending. A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. Hugo's about to call out to Noah, but stops at a sight of pale feet before him. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion, and he's got his grippers out! Yippee! It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form. Trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, he's forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. But this time, it's drawing near. Itching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach him. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. Yeah, this is a bad ending, alright. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. Ooh! And then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Oh? Don't get in my way. Eh? All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggers towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck! Colby! Noah! To his dismay, he's only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Damn it! From a distance, he faintly hears the sounds of Colby's relentless barking as it gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window. Is the entire mansion getting, like, drowned or something? He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Like being underwater. His movement's slow and drawn out, as if being dragged down by that thing. Fuck this! Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs the chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splinting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made out of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left before a final blow. Damn you, just break already! Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers instead that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of vine. He's gonna fall and die. Carefully, he climbs out the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet, to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches start to tear away from the wall. Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but falls when his hands slip out of the reach. It is not a good idea to try climbing in the rain. But then again, you were gonna drown anyway, so... Shit! Clamoring wildly as he loses grip of the ivy, he crash lands down onto a thicket of bushes. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. Immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body. God, I'm getting too old for this. You are 30 years old! Please don't say that! Please don't say that! You are 30 years old! Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. Staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Is this the good ending? I thought this was a bad ending, but maybe it is the true ending. Finally entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby! Noah! Where are you? He hears faintly the sound of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closely, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go! My grandpa, he's... No, Nina, it's dangerous. You'll get hurt too. I don't care! I don't want to lose anyone anymore! It's at that instant, Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing in Nina's stead. Hugo? No, don't! Doggy! Please fall deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner can make him turn back. Aww. Determined, he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer, gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled than before. It's as if all the life he's lived up until this point has begun to fray, draining every ounce of himself, and surrendering it all to the lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please, come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deeply into the water. The haze over his eyes is still obscure and persistent. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives. And you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it. A slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as the storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. No, all of this is my fault.
If only I got to Lewis sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me, was patient with me, and yet, all the things he's done, I chose my family over him. He's gone because I didn't pick him.
Henry backs further away from the shoreline.
Mr. Mortimer!
His manic eyes never straying away from Hugo, as he keeps his distance from him.
Lewis, I'm sorry. I was the one who dragged you into this. You deserved so much more. And I wished...
Henry struggles over his words. He clasps tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and taut from all that he had bottled up. All those repressed and silent years of just waiting. Waiting for this curse to finally take him.
I wish I had gone with you that night, Lewis.
Sir, even if you still covet that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Lewis.
I've had enough. Lewis is waiting for me. He's waiting for me to come home.
Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water.
Mr. Mortimer!
Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him, into the abyss. Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shocks running rampant throughout his body, like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs. Hoping whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. As he finally gets closer to Henry, long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out of him. He tries desperately to wrench its hands away, but with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier, water filling into his lungs as his vision starts to blur. The cold numbness spreads. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the bad ending. I thought for a second this was the true ending, but I don't think this is it. Tired and motionless, he watches on as the abyss draws near, swallowing him, embracing him. Let's share this happy ending together. Oh, hello! He feels nothing. His body weightless and floating for who knows how long. It's cold. So very, very cold. How long has it been since he felt this? This empty feeling of just not being here or anywhere. It's comforting and nostalgic. Maybe, just maybe, this isn't so bad after all. You are drowning, Hugo? I think this is for the best. Oh no, it's far, far from over, Hugo. Huh? After all, you said so yourself. Seeing the things you do come with a price, right? And oh, what a hefty price has been paid for your stupid little blunder. Huh? So get up, Hugo. We are far from having a happy ending. Hugo! Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm like stuck between being like, is this a good end or a bad end? Hugo's eyes shot right open, his vision disoriented in a blur. He tries to focus on Noah's voice. A violent tide bursts within him as he coughs out the remaining water in his lungs. He can feel Noah's hands rub against his back, anchoring him and checking to see if he's alright. But deep down, there's something far more concerning to worry about at this moment. Where's Mortimer? I'm sorry, Hugo. Huh? I tried going back into the water after I fetched you, but the paramedics stopped me. They told me it was too cold and dangerous to head back in.
No, it can't be. I'm so sorry, Hugo. No, please, God, no! He couldn't hear the rest of it. His body trembles as his hand clasps tightly together in a fervent prayer, wishing for a miracle to happen before them. To have Mr. Mortimer return to them, finally safe from harm. But for the silent wish, the small and glaringly impossible wish, no one could answer. There was no kindness in the sunrise. Only the gut-wrenching wails of a woman by the shore, pleading to any god who can save her grandfather. But no matter how many would try to search through the water, they wouldn't be able to find him. For there was no one left to save anymore. Just a washed-up, forgotten tale of a man and his mermaid. As Hugo tries to stifle his cry and soothe the lump lodged deeply in his throat, he hears it. A laugh. A cool and heartless laugh echoes from across the lake, mocking him, cursing him. A harrowing and merciless victory for this curse. A curse. It was a curse after all. Yay! Okay, I was right. It was a bad ending. I should probably hold on to this for now. Okay, so I think that should be all the bad endings then, right? Sounds like the end. Take it to him, please. Louis? A gentle but distant plea echoes in Hugo's heart. A forgotten ache of yearning and regret grips him deeply. Feelings not of his own start to rise like small ripples on a pond. Wanting to be found again and remembered. Don't worry, I'll bring it to him. I'll make sure of it. Hugo's about to put everything back into his chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. Is this the same dialogue? This might be. Yeah, it is. Okay. I read what he wrote to you those years ago. Huh? He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Louis never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letters to you. His letters? Man, get the fuck out of here, Shinji Ikari. He's trying! He was about to kill himself for his boyfriend. For the longest time, I wanted to believe he hated me for that, resented me for that choice. Wait, oh, did you accidentally time out someone, Jackie? Or at least, I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked to him? Sorry, it's okay. Sorry about that, B1 Kinos, if you're still here. Sorry for the accidental timeout. It's been too long, sir. But that's why you don't have to shoulder all that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Louis. All of it, together. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. Oh, his eyes stopped glowing green. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. Okay, but why is he so young? I still don't get that. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in a deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. Its arms unnaturally contorted around him, while its head perches on its shoulder. Phone is in pocket and have to move around and stuff, so it probably pressed against a pen in my pocket. Oh, I see. It's all good. I had a feeling it was something like that. Like a butt dial or something. This thing. This Louis is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing, cold green eyes, it glares deep directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing them, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. There's only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him. Into the abyss. Okay, I think this is the same dialogue. Lewis. Where are you, Lewis? It's looking for Lewis? Digging deep into his coat's pocket, he grasped tightly in his hands the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. There you are. It releases its grip on Hugo, and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his hardened body screaming in pain, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there! I just have to... As the lights from the surface begin to blur, Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer. And then everything fades to black. Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night's rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. Huh? I'm sorry for startling you. I just wanted to see you one last time before I go. Lewis, you've done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough. No worries. I want to thank you too for watching over me. And also, I want to apologize for my remarks from before. I really thought that I had things figured out once I found you, but you know how that turned out for me. It's alright, really. After all this time, I didn't think anyone could hear me. Especially Henry. Lewis. I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles, to keep me safe from them. But I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it. Any of it. Even if I could no longer reach out to Henry. Fate weaved its thread back to you, our tangent, connecting us once more to this very moment. And for that, I'm forever grateful to you, Hugo. You're welcome, Lewis. From a far off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out to him, beckoning for him to return. Well, they're waiting for you. I guess they really are, huh? Take care always, Hugo. You too, Lewis. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of his asserted bloodhound. Oh, baby! Whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Noah starts to pat his back. Well, okay, I think... Is this the same dialogue? Oh wait, no, it's not. Well, Kobe continues to whine over Hugo. Oh, what happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of thank goodness. I swear, you don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Yeah, he didn't really call for Noah at all. I would have thought at least in the good ending he would have asked for help. Detective Laurent? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Beholder stands an elderly man. Yeah, so... what made him look so young? I still don't understand that. Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They are no longer a piercing and vicious green. Only eyes just like Nina's. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. Oh, excuse me. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I've never met, still went out of their way to save me, not knowing my burdens or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sure. Sure. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hands one last time. I hope that someday you too will overcome it. Next day, 8 a.m. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning. With much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's gonna combust any minute. Are you writing up the report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need me to write yours too? I will. But since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself... Oh, he's threatening him to eat again. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1? Bingo! Well, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Shut it, will you? I swear, only I hadn't fallen off from that goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know, it was really dumb of me, but I was drowning and I was gonna die. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him. And also the bill. And, surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Lucky us, right? So what, you just called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it, you pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. Ugh. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, we deserve at least a nap. But before I could walk away, he stops and sees a familiar person walking towards the storefront, carrying something with her. Good morning, you two! What? Oh, that's the dog. I thought it was someone starting to sing for a second. Just barely a foot through the door, a certain bloodhound stirs up from his resting spot and makes his way towards Nina, tail uncontrollably wagging. Good morning to you too, Colby. Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his right foot unconsciously move on its own, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, Miss Nina. Morning. What brings you here this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yes, he's doing pretty well actually. Even better than before. We talked so much last night, I hardly slept at all. But honestly, it's been a while since I last spoke to him so freely like that. I hardly felt tired at all. It's wonderful to hear. But there's something else I wanted to ask the both of you for. To put it bluntly, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I'd like some company eating these. Inside a clear plastic bag are a stack of 2 boxes placed on top of one another. She opens the box on top and reveals a colorful array of neatly decorated donuts all lined furtherly. Oh hey, let's go! Free donuts? No cramped or squished spaces. Oh, thank God. I hate whenever I order like a donut from someplace and it comes in and like most of the frosting like stuck to the cardboard. It's like the worst feeling. A work of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow, so pretty. Donuts? They look so delicious. We're more than happy to eat these with you, Nina. There he goes again with his donuts. Ah, but yes, please join us, Miss Nina. We're about to have our breakfast, too. Weren't we, Kuya? Huh. Always so brazen in front of others. You do make it exceptionally easy for me. You both have such great chemistry with each other. On second thought, I'm way too tired for this. I'm gonna have to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night's coffee, and I'm about to pass out any minute now. No worries. Honestly, I think a little break time sounds like what we all need right now. Thanks. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Colby follows after him. Would you like to join us, Miss Nina? I would love to. I guess we save these for later then? Yes, please do. Now, come on, it's nap time. Noah sighs heavily before settling down the food on his desk. He then gestures Nina towards the sofa, in which she happily takes his offer and joins him. Oh, cute! CD! Ugh, I'm getting old. You are 30 years old! Please, stop saying that! I mean, you are old. Stop! Shut it. This is really nice. Aw, good boy, Colby. Come here. Nina quietly coos at him and begins to scratch at the back of Colby's ears once more. Hugo leans a little closer to Noah, his voice above a whisper, but close enough for Noah to only hear him. You know, glad that you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved us back there. Look, I told you before. I'll be whenever... Wait, what? I'll be there whenever you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserve it. You too. A calming silence fills the room as they bask under the morning glow. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's company and sharing this small reward. A small and warm comfort. Yay! I am still confused about some stuff, but yay! Oh, post-game stuff? Hugo's apartment, 12 a.m. It's already nightfall when Hugo and Colby arrive back home. Hugo, already too tuckered out from the remaining assorted mess he left behind for himself, lazily sheds off his coat and shoes while Colby heads straight towards his bed. Making his way through unloaded boxes and cramped spaces one by one, Hugo strips down his outside clothes and switches to a regular shirt and sweatpants he found lying around. He plops down onto the couch with his head laid back and his eyes closed as he lets out a heavy sigh, releasing all the tension left in his body. Oh, Barn! Hey, what's this? Didn't wear the pants with magnets in the ass. Wore the pants with magnets in the ass? What's that supposed to mean? What? What does that mean? Another day done and gone. Right, Colby? Besides him, he hears faintly the rhythmic, delayed breaths of his large companion, who is already falling deeper into sleep. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Wait, what do magnets in the ass do? Oh, is it because they're both wearing magnets that they're, like, right next to each other? Because they, like, attracted the both of them together or something? Is that what it means? I wish I could sleep quickly like you, buddy. Aww. He gently pat Colby's head. They asses were touching in the CG. So therefore, they must have magnets in their ass. Good night, Colby. Thanks for today. Hugo does one final stretch before he repositions himself to lie down on the couch, tucking out the blanket by his feet and wrapping it around him. Something is gonna come out of that door. This framing. His body begins to relax as his breathing falls into a similar cadence, finally allowing the warmth to gather and hug him closely, all snug and safe from the draft by his window. Correct. I'm so glad you finally understand. Now, how you doing today, Barn? As he begins to slowly drift further and further off to slumber, he feels something. Hugo looks really uncomfortable in this CG. I guess that's what happens when you sleep on a couch. And also are getting haunted by ghosts, but it's mostly the couch thing. A slight chill grazing just above the base of his neck, never touching, but distinctly present all the same. Although his senses are too dull and lax to properly focus on the sensation, he does, however, huddle closer into the blanket, hoping the chill will go away. Suddenly, he hears the front door to his flat shut so sharply, so harshly. It's as if someone or something had rushed in with enough force that he felt the room had shaken a little. Oh, yeah, there's a creature! Now Hugo is wide awake. He tries to get up and face this intruder head on, but stops to realize one terrifying thing. He can't move at all. The warmth and comfort from the blanket he felt moments ago ceases to be. His own body locked in a deep slumber, leaving behind his very consciousness to be fully awake, to be deathly afraid of this overwhelming presence. Well, we've got a dog here. Dogs can chase off spirits, right? You just gotta bite him in the knee. He struggles to move the muscles in his face, trying desperately to call out to his partner to get his attention. Colby. But despite his efforts in uttering his dear companion's name, he's met with no response. In fact, he can't hear or feel Colby anywhere near him. Just the rage and an erratic tempo of his heart drumming in his ears as he lies there defenseless, vulnerable, all at the mercy of this thing. Something is gonna show up in the doorway. Mom, holy fuck! Good. That's a good one. God, have you seen the Phineas and Ferb remake? Or a reboot, or whatever it's called, by the way, Barn? Did you know they're making a reboot? And then oh god, my ADHD made me smash my ears again. Ugh. I have not, no. Yeah, they're making a reboot. I don't get why they're doing it, though. Like, why not just continue? I guess, I don't know. I don't know how Phineas and Ferb ended. Maybe it has, like, an ending that you can't continue off from, but I don't know. I knew about it, but haven't seen it. Oh, I see. The sound of feet dragging across the wooden floorboards. Dragging closer. And closer? Towards him. Not again. He wants to run. Run far, far away from here. Run till he feels the fiery tempest within him burn his lungs, leaving him scorched and choking on ash. Anywhere but here. He sets his eyes tightly and begins to study his uneven breathing, hoping that whatever this nightmare is, he can wake from it. He has to. However, everything comes to a halt when he suddenly feels that same chill once more, but this time lingering all over his back, persistently hovering over him. He knows it's here. Standing near to him, it's unbearable. His breath hitches as he feels this intense prickling feeling. A hand, hovering so closely above his head he could feel it. He wants to cower, to hide forever away, but he can't. This frightening thing that's been following him, stalking him, haunting him for years, will not rest until he gives in. His own curse. All of a sudden, his phone rings. Like a spell lifted off from him, he can move again. Hugo's eyes darted straight in the direction where the presence should be, hoping to chance a peek, just a glance, at the thing that hunts him. But there stood no one. Only the moon's shine reflected from the window's shades, piercing through the shadow. His eyes shot once again at where Colby should be. He found the bloodhound to be there, alert by the sudden ringing of his phone, and also at Hugo, who looks more disheveled and winded out. He takes a deep breath, the alarm that blasts purified salt from its speakers. Oh, also hi there, Ransom Moon. Welcome, welcome. Steadying his heart as he takes the phone in his hand and answers. Hugo? I'm so sorry to call you late at night. No, you should call me late at night more. You chased away a ghost. I forgot to ask you about the festival that's coming up in a few weeks. I was wondering if you would like to come with me? I know you said you don't really care for outdoor stuff, but I promise you it's gonna be fun. Is this a date? Hugo? Are you there? Yeah, sorry, Noah. I'm here. I guess that's a no, right? No, I mean, no to your no. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. What I meant to say was, yes, I would like to go with you to the festival. Oh, wow! I'm a bit surprised, but happy nonetheless. Well, I don't want to keep you from your hard-earned rest, so I'm gonna end the call. Wait, Noah. Hugo? Are you alright? Can you stay a little longer on the line with me? Aw. We can talk about anything, I just, need company right now. Of course, Hugo. I can stay on the line with you. Thank you, Noah. You know what I was thinking about? A dangerous pastime for sure. I was thinking maybe we should just move in together. It's very dangerous for Noah to think. And now you're back to your brazen self. Wonderful. What? Doesn't it sound like a perfect plan? I can cook, Colby loves me, and I'm good looking. Are you trying to become his husband? See? A perfect package all in one. You really don't know when to quit, huh? Nope, not at all. I can be quite stubborn, remember? Without a doubt, the most stubborn man ever. There's a momentary silence between them before the pair fell into a fit of laughter, filling the room with this warm and bright feeling. Hugo melts back into the warmth of his blanket, letting the heat pool once more again around him. Hold on. Oh my god. He wants to run. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna murder you, Hugo. I'm gonna sip out your ribcage and drink your blood. Good meme. Very good meme. Surrounding him, protecting him, to remind him that he's there with people who love and accept him all the same. A reminder, a comfort in the darkest night. Yay! To be continued. Oh, I guess they'll make another game then. Did I get all the achievements? Looks like I did. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna take a look at these. Ooh. Doggy! Gay. Good. Borger. Oh, it looks a bit different in the beta concepts. It looks like they maybe used his clothes for the other guy. Or unless this is the other guy. This might be the other guy, actually. I don't know. Why does he look like a shoujo manga character? Like Rose of Versailles. Doggy! Look at him, he's so cute! Ooh. Should've used that as like a CG for the game. That looked really nice. Must now go forth to do laundry. Oh, good luck. Hope you don't drown in there. Oh, I can't not fuck him. Good. Good images. Zeo4, that name sounds familiar. Wait, are they the person that made Kusoge? I remember them. I remember loving Kusoge. What? Yeah, I think they worked on the previous game too. Oh, wow. Yay. Nani? What? Oh my god, someone anonymous just gave out like, what? 5 gift subs? Oh my god, thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Whoever did that, thank you so much for the gift subs. Thank you for the hype train, wow. Yeah, let me upgrade my stuff then. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see, who got... Don Patapon, that is a good name. Oh, Kasoge got a gift sub, that's nice. Kasoge gets to enjoy emotes. Okay, let me update my stuff here. So that is 25, I believe. So I believe we reached our next goal, which is Skullgirls. So we will be playing Skullgirls soon. Let's see, so that is 502. And then what was the next goal? Let me see. The next goal was... Oh, drink pickle juice. Yeah, don't forget to add 50 minutes to the timer. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. It was 5:50, I think? Yes, it was. Alright. Let me update the timer. So, 10, 56, 56. Well, that was really nice, whoever did that. Thank you so much. Oh, that's cute. I really like the Happy Halloween art. Cute! Look how big the dog is. I really like their art style. Oh, they are buddies after this. Oh, donut. And I think that was everything except for the dev notes. Let's see. Hello again. This is Henri. It's been a while, hasn't it? I hope this note finds you well. We're so close to the end of the year, I feel like time went by so quickly. Over the past 2 years, I've read so much of people's comments and messages for this little game of ours. Yeah, I think we're playing like a remastered version of this game. So this used to have like a different version released, but we're playing the remastered. Over the past 2 years, I've read so much of people's comments and messages. Oh! Thank you for the gift sub, Barn! Thank you for gifting Nintendia a sub. Thank you, thank you. I will update my stuff here then. Thank you so much, Barn. And then add 10 more minutes. 11:05:34. Taking advantage of that discount, eh? You know I had to do it to him. Let's see, where was I at? To be honest, I was surprised. We received so much love and support from so many different people. It made me tear up a bit. Seeing people's fan arts and commentaries for our game has always left a warmth that I carry even now. Stillwater to me was only supposed to be a pitch, a pilot into a story I was developing on the spot. But hearing people wanting to see our detective boys continue their work has definitely become my strength and drive to deliver, so here we are. Yeah, make another game! Make another Stillwater game. Oh, more gift subs! What? Thank you, Barn. What the heck? Thank you for giving another gift sub to Ransom Moon. Oh, Ransom Moon gets a sub. Let's go. And we're on level 2. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you, Barn. I will update my timer again. So that is at 12. I wanted to get to level 2 before I left. Oh, I see. Well, thank you. It's really nice of you, Barn. Oh, wow, we're already on 3. Wow. Dang, that's crazy. Right, let me update the timer again. 11, 14, 15. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, Barn. Good luck with your laundry. We received so much love and support, blah, 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 blah. I think I read that. Yep. But I will admit, after 2 years of not touching the game and finally going back to update it, I had a hard time looking through it. There's so much I wanted to rewrite, and so much I needed to elaborate on. I went a little crazy trying to figure out exactly what I needed to work on. But I knew for certain I wanted to take the feedback I received from people's comments and apply most of it to this update. Whether or not I achieved that is something I can't say for sure, but I still had fun in the end regardless. All in all, this experience has definitely fueled me to make more cases for our detective boys, so please, look forward to that. On that final note, thank you again for playing our remaster of Stillwater. I hope you stick around for more to come. Oh, thank you for a gift sub too, Jackie. Oh, for B1 Kinos. The guy you timed out earlier. Is that an apology gift sub? Thank you, Jackie. Yes. Well, enjoy your sub. Enjoy your apology sub. Okay, update the timer. 11, 22, 57. If only it was at 55, that would have been very aesthetically pleasing. See, we got Ota. Oh, hey, yo. Ota here. I'm the sprite artist and UI designer of Stillwater. Hope you all have been doing well. What a weekend, The hell is that sub-goal? Wait, what's the sub-goal? I don't see what the sub-goal is. Also, hi there, Twy. You're working on the project again. Oh, drink pickle juice. Oh, that. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking of like suffering food to like eat, and I like looked up like foods that streamers like, you know, eat and drink as like punishments, and a lot of people were saying like pickle juice or like the hot chip and lye thing, the like ghost pepper thing, but I don't have one of those, so I went with pickle juice instead. Oh, not sub goal, subathon goal. Yeah. I thought you meant like the Twitch thing. Oh! What is that? I saw like some emotes pop up for a second. That was strange. You're working on this project again. Felt like deja vu. Mostly nostalgic, a tad embarrassing at times. Making Hugo look more like a Muppet with the lip flap was fun. Much has happened since Stillwater's original release. We are overwhelmed by the warm reception and feedback for the game. As thanks for the support and love for the game, we pushed ourselves to make a definitive version of Stillwater to showcase the game in its full potential. One day, we'll need a negate subathon goal. Wait, how would that work? Wait, you like sub specifically so that we don't do a goal that's on there? Let's see, where was it? Thank you for playing Stillwater Remastered, and I hope you stick around the next one. Heck yeah! I want to play all of your games. Maba, hey, I'm Sasa. I was in charge of color design and backgrounds for Stillwater. It's so nostalgic to revisit our first ever game for this remaster. Releasing the original Game Jam version in 2021 opened wonderful opportunities for our team, so the delight to return and realize it to how we had always imagined it to be was immeasurable. I hope you enjoyed playing Stillwater, and look forward to more spooky adventures with Hugo and the gang. When a sub goal gets achieved, chat has a 10-minute window to give 20 subs to negate a sub goal. Hi, this is Z04. Yeah, I think Z04 is the same person that did Kusolge, if I recall correctly. Oh, I got a pray emoji. Respectfully, no. That'd be interesting. Kind of like an auction. Can I get 20 subs for the sub goal? Can I get 30 subs for the sub goal? Let me see. Whoa, it's been 2 years since Stillwater and Studio Clump was born. Feels like it was only yesterday when I was scrambling all night through the Renpai documentation. I still do it today. I'm thankful to Stillwater and Studio Clump for helping me realize my dreams as a game developer, and opening doors to many opportunities. It couldn't be done without Studio Clump and all of their players. Thank you, everyone. Notice me, Renpai. I hope I've improved a little more in the art of visual novel directing. I hope that everyone enjoys Stillwater Remastered. May Hugo, Noah, and Colby come back for a sequel. Thank you for playing again. Well, this is my first time playing, but yes. Alright, so that was Stillwater. I'm a bit hungry, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab myself some food real quick. And then we're gonna play another visual novel, I think. What about Moving Fire? I hope we don't get Moving Fire. That would be rough to get away from. Stillwater, you can jump out of it probably pretty well, because it wouldn't be like dragging you under. But Moving Fire, that sounds like something that would chase you down to the ends of the earth. Alright. I am gonna put up a BRB real quick while I go and get myself some food real quick. But when I'm back, I think we'll play a short and sweet again. Today is short VN day, I think. That's how I'm feeling today. I think we'll play a short VN that I have in my library that Crystal gifted me a while back. Especially because it's summer themed, so it feels very tonally relevant to play a summer game right now. But yeah, I'll be back once I get my food.